Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Boys, what is something you didn't know about girls until you got with one? The amount of hair just everywhere. One time my toe was hurting. So I took off my shoe and sock and noticed a strand of my girlfriend's hair had wrapped itself tightly around my toe and had cut off the circulation. That's a real medical thing called a hair tourniquet. Sometimes the hidden source of pain in an infant who won't stop crying. The shower drain is a war crime. Brush that has more hair than all the sheep combined in rural Russia. They share way more details with their friends than we do. My best friend moved 4 states away and has 3 kids. I don't even know his kids' names. We'll talk every once in a while for an hour-ish and my wife will be like, "How's his kids?" "Oh. They're good. How do you know? You didn't ask him." "He didn't mention anything bad about them, so they must be good." Blows her mind. My mum has always been baffled how my dad and I can have a conversation and yet not learn anything about each other's recent life events. This is truth. I have a best friend that is a girl, and the shit I know about her other friends is insane. I tell her very little now because I know anything I say will be broadcast to anyone nearby. I have a best friend that is a girl, and the shit I know about her other friends is insane. I tell her very little now because I know anything I say will be broadcast to anyone nearby. It's kind of weird because male friendship seems to be implicitly built on confidentiality. Like, you're not supposed to be telling my business to everyone. Yeah, I remember reading a story about how a guy was weirded out she shared all the details about his dick with her girlfriends or talked in depth about their sex life. She thought he did the same with his guy friends. At most he would go, "It was a good night." Blew her mind. Yep. I have never once shared a single detail about my wife and I's sex life to any of my friends. Turns out she goes into all the gritty details with her friends. I've only had one guy friend who went into detail with his sexcapades. And literally nobody wanted to hear it. I remember him talking about fingering a girl in high school and everybody in the room was like, "Dude, nobody gives a shit." I remember one night I was socializing with my ex, all her closest friends and their partners. After a bit of drinking the girls revealed they'd shown each other their respective partners' nudes. I was properly weirded out at that. That a 5 feet tall, 100-pound woman is capable of taking up an entire king-sized bed. Yep. Fiancé is 5 feet 2. We upgraded to a king-size bed and she still takes the whole bed. Likes to sleep in the middle of it, but also diagonally. My wife actually quit diagonaling after getting pregnant. I think she ran warmer and then it became a habit. So I shouldn't hold out hope that when we transition to a king bed I'll get more than the edge of the mattress to sleep. I've got bad news for you, my friend. They shower in hell. Second this, my wife burns her skin off in every shower like a lizard shedding its skin. I take my shower first and turn it up until it's painful and I yelp as I jump out of the way. And she's like, "It's kinda cold." How expensive brass are. Growing up I assumed they were like underwear. $7.99 for a 4-pack at Target. Oh, you can get brass. Almost. That cheap. But then they are evil and try to eat you alive by chewing through both sides of your rib cage and your sternum at the same time, while also climbing up your back in an attempt to break your neck. Good brass also do these things, but much more slowly, increasing your chances of daily survival. Underwire brass are definitely trying to kill you. If not physically, they want to embarrass you to death. I got home from some errands one day and realized the underwire from the center of the bra had broken through the fabric, and was sticking out of my V-necked sweater, near my chin. It looked like a microphone, I hope. Maybe some people thought I was on a secret mission? Nope. God, that would be great, but nope. I didn't know that birth control had so many, often prevalent, side effects. I just stopped taking birth control because the progestin-only pill made me break out terribly and the combo pill made me crazy LMFAO. Oh God. I will never forget legit sobbing to my then fiancé now husband that I feel like a stranger in my own body. And he just goes, "I don't think getting have sex without protection is worth it. Babe." I went off birth control like a day later. ETA. Yes, I know condoms exist. We use condoms. Before and after this 2-month BC experience. Long live condoms. This. An ex got back on birth control a few months into our relationship and it wildly affected her mood. She understandably got off it after 6 or so weeks. They didn't get an orgasm by driving your fingers into them. Man, was I surprised that you just need to gently rub it like a genie bottle. Also, Janet, I'm sorry about trying to dig my way to China via your vagina in high school. VA China edit. Never thought I'd get awards for this sort of comment, rolling on the floor laughing. Thanks guys. That they pay to get their acrylic nails removed. Wait, what? I thought they just fall off or something. They do. But as they start to get old, they lift up from the nail bed, which can be painful, especially if you hit it on something or it gets caught and ripped off. Your natural nails are now thin, weak and sensitive. Better to just get them removed. Edit. Every time this comes up, some man is confused by why women make aesthetic choices. Lol. People don't question why people risk physical damage in sports but are confused by why women like long nails. Lol. I hope those of you asking why women would do this never eat fast food or do anything minorly harmful to your body. BC you enjoy it. If you're genuinely confused, it's because you're a misogynist. That's not even getting into the appearance pressure women receive professionally that men don't. Women literally make more money when they have their nails done. TL. Doctor. Just let a bitch live. Other. Edit. ITT men crying about being called a misogynist because they are not aware of the intense and constant criticism women get on their appearance. It's called mind your business when people do things you don't understand. You don't have to understand, Stephen. Literally, why do you think women get nails? They like them. It's not a mystery, you're just looking for a chance to put down feminine aesthetic choices. They can fall off, but usually you will either pay for refill, which means file them down a bit on the top so the extension of your nail stays on it and you can put another color on it and connect it to where it grew out over time and covers your nail again. And this is cheaper than a full new set from scratch. Or you pay for them to get them off. You can do it yourself sometimes, but it's work for the nail studio, so it's not free. You can't just pop them off like press-ons. Advice from a nail technician. Anybody who wants to remove their acrylic nails at home needs to get a 100 grit nail file. If it doesn't specifically say the grit on the packaging, it's a 180 grit. And file down the thickness of the nail as well as the length before you soak. Not doing so will mean you'll be soaking in acetone. Do not use nail polish remover. That stuff is crap for this. You need 100% acetone. All day long.